You got it recorded. I'll call the meeting to order, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. I'll give the notice, as I always do, that we are recording the meeting. We're not live streaming it, but we will post it in its entirety, uncut, on YouTube for all the world to see. Roll call.
Perry.
Yes.
Eating.
Here.
Wong.
Here.
Petulski.
Here.
Osluper.
Here.
Waitman.
Here.
Mayor Gardner.
Here. Moving on to the approval of the consent agenda and the meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the consent agendas, item A through B as presented, waiving the reading. Support.
We have a motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Bills and warrants. Do I have a motion?
I propose a motion to approve bills of warrant number 14261 paid in the amount of $14,160.46 and bills warrant number 14262 unpaid in the amount of $22,122.88 and Visa in the amount of $2,512.29 as presented, waiving the reading. Support.
We have a motion and support. Any questions or discussion? Let's do a roll call vote, please.
Eating.
Yes.
Osluper.
Yes.
Waitman.
Yes.
Wong.
Yes.
Petulski.
Yes.
Perry.
Yes.
Mayor Gardner.
Yes. Thank you very much. Motion carried. Moving on to presentations. We actually have two tonight. The Library Grant Information for Outdoor Learning Center. Barbara Kruger and Ashley Nufford. You are welcome up. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. And hello, library patrons. I'm so sorry that there's no eye contact here. Thank you. My name is Barbara Krieger, and this is Ashley Lyford. We're here at the Monroe County Library System, and I don't know all the wide variety of business you might accomplish here in the city of Luna Pier, but I don't know how often people come before your city council and say, we'd like to give you a gift. But I'm here to say, we'd like to give you a gift. So what you have in front of you, what Ashley just passed out, is a low-tech PowerPoint presentation. So if you want to turn to the first page, there's a little bit of history about the Luna Pier Library. And this library has a rich history in your community. The library was originally housed in one room of the Luna Pier Elementary School, and that collection was only for students. In 1954, the school was renovated and the library moved downstairs so that it had greater public access, so adults and children could access the materials there. And then in 1965, the Racy family donated their summer cottage to the city as a gift to be a library. And it was remodeled again in 1981 and expanded, and that's the structure we see now when you go to the library. And your library currently has a plethora of youth programs. It's a vibrant and wonderful, I believe, asset to the community. And families gather there and do a lot of a wide variety of activities throughout the year. You can see here on this slide that the average number of attendance for the last 4 years, we started after COVID, just over 1,500 youth attend about 142 programs a year at that library, which I think is really impressive for a community of this size. And if you flip over again, here's how we'd like to make it even better. We'd like to gift the city of Luna Pier some outdoor musical instruments. And we're going to do that with the help of the Ralph C. Wilson Foundation. And I'm sure you're all familiar with their philanthropic endeavors. They have made funds available to rural libraries in Southeast Michigan And your library is eligible for this. There are also all 16 branches of the Monroe County Library System qualified as rural under the definitions of this grant. So the instruments we're talking about today for your library are also, we're seeking to purchase those for a total of 5 branches throughout the county. And you can see that the staff here has selected these 3 items. There's a drum set, a bongo set, and the chimes. And if you're asking yourself, why would you do that? Why would you put musical instruments at a library? If you turn the page, you can see there are several benefits that we've identified for adding this enhancement to your library. Musical play improves this kind of musical play, improves motor skills, eye-hand coordination, and sensory integration. It encourages children and families to play together, so there's some intergenerational activities that could happen there as well, because they're designed for all ages and musical abilities. It's a pressure-free way for everyone to enjoy music. It turns library exteriors into musical gardens or sensory areas, and it serves as a people magnet, which probably is not a problem here in Luna Pier because you have such a charming walkable community, but as people are enjoying your library, they can do this outside as well. It also provides a calming therapeutic experiences and allows us to expand our mission outside the walls of the library and the hours of operation that it's available. And if you flip over, you can see, it's an artist rendering with some AI assistance. This is how the staff at the Luna Pier Library anticipates the installation looking there. You'll notice that this visualization shows the instruments are going to be placed along the sidewalk. It's important to us that these are inclusive and available to everyone. If you have mobility issues or you have children in a stroller, we want everyone to be able to access this. And so we think that placement is, currently that is our preference. Of course, we'll work with the city to make sure that it is compliant. And here's where we are looking for your help. As you know, if you've ever applied for a grant, the more community partners you can get on board, the better. The stronger your application is. I have to tell you, I give a lot of presentation for the library, and I've never had a child's head pop up in the window periodically.
They were back there too while you were talking.
It's horrible.
They're playing at the pond.
One of my favorite mayors and one of my favorite towns.
Second favorite, right?
So, yes, but I didn't say it that way. So we are bringing a proposal to you to ask for your support. We have drafted a resolution of support, and it is, I guess the crown there is kind of tiny, but it starts off with the Monroe County Library mission, which is to enrich the quality of life for all residents by providing free access to informational, educational, and recreational materials. It talks about our partnership with the township. It talks about the grant money that is available. So the Ralph C. Wilson Foundation is putting the money forward, and the funds will be dispersed through the Library Network of Michigan. And we're stating in this resolution, we want to apply for those grant dollars. And after your discussion, perhaps you will also agree that that next bullet point says the township thinks it's a good idea for us to apply for these dollars and to make sure that it is installed in compliance with local ordinances. So I feel like that's going to be a collaborative effort. Do you have any questions for me about the musical instruments that we are proposing to bring to your community?
Is it just about the musical instruments right now?
Yeah.
Your questions that you want?
I get library questions all day. You can
Just
ask anything you'd like.
Didn't know what order you wanted the questions in.
Sure.
So I was just curious on the musical instruments, the mallets that you use to make the sounds, are they fastened to the
Yes.
post or something in any way that's
Yes.
not easily absconded with?
Correct.
Yes.
Secondly,
Like children popping their heads up in windows.
secondly, do the yellow petals on the sunflower make noise, or is it just the seed section? That's just curiosity.
I'm not certain.
All right.
Do you know?
I believe
Third-
it's just the seed,
Yeah.
but I
That's what it
can't
looked
say
like,
that
but you
100%.
No.
As
can
librarians,
quali-
we're very cautious about saying things we're not 100% sure about.
I can qualify some of that. These are a preliminary suggestion. They may change the exact layout of the what exactly they put there, but it'll be some type of percussion thing.
Okay. And then, are you planning on going after this grant individually or for all 5 at once that you were talking about?
We're gonna do that all 5 at once. So
Okay.
your library, the Luna Pier, the Racy Memorial Branch Library is part of the Monroe County Library system.
Sure.
So we serve as the fiduciary kind of umbrella agency. And so we'll be submitting one grant application on behalf of 5 branches.
Very good.
When is the deadline for the grant, and if it is approved, how quickly would something like that be, could we drive by and see it? I guess.
The grant deadline is May 8th. We should know whether or not we have been awarded funds within about a month. It seems to be a pretty quick turnaround with this organization. And then how fast can you see them?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Well, like how fast, well, before they're installed, I guess, if everything goes through as you're planning.
I would say that could probably happen this same summer season,
Okay.
assuming that the council is,
Right.
enthusiastic as well.
That brings up another question. Who installs them? Is that our responsibility or?
So we're asking to work collaboratively with you on that. You may be aware that the structure of your library, and this is true for 15 of the 16 branches of the Monroe County Library System, we work in partnership with our municipalities. So it's your building, and you take care of the maintenance of the building. We supply staff and materials. So our librarians are not mowing the lawn, they're not painting the exterior. That's a service contract that you have perpetually with the Monroe County Library System. So if you have a team that can install it and you would prefer that, that's fine. If you don't, we have a maintenance department that is available for that as well. That is a detail we can certainly, I anticipate, work together. Unless you have a strong preference, in which case I'm happy to hear that too.
No, it's not necessarily a concern, just a question.
I have a couple of comments. I did show Dave Gouts all the layout. He looked at it and said, well, it'll take a little bit of extra effort to mow around there, but he's fine with it.
So
it's always
what I
good.
anticipate, also, I'm not a maintenance person, but in my mind, it's sort of like planting a flagpole, because they're on posts. So a hole will be dug to an appropriate depth, maybe some quickcrete is thrown in, and then the post is planted, and I'm sure shored up in a way that's nice and straight and centered. And you're right, if you were mowing, it would need to be trimmed around just like you would
A flag.
Yep.
a flagpole.
Yep,
Tree.
and he is aware
Or a
of that, and he's fine with it. We've done some projects in the past and forgot to include him, and we could have done a couple things to make it easier, but he looked at it and said he'd like to see when they're putting it in and get the final plan, but he's fine with it, something that looks like that.
And I'm sure it'd be nothing to put some mulch around those or something, just like we have with the trees that are right
Yep.
there too, so.
I like it.
We're gonna need an auger.
I have one.
Any other questions I can answer for you about this project?
Thank you.
I can just comment,
Thank
like, the day after I first heard about this, I was down in Loveland, Ohio, of all places, and riding my bike into a park there, and they had a setup like this. And I could hear the instruments playing, the drums, kids playing on the drums. It was really lovely. They really enjoyed it, and it was just added life to the whole park. So I think this is a really, really good thing for our
Thank
city.
you. And I know your question was specifically, when could you see them at the Luna Pier Library? But if you want to see something similar, the Bedford Branch Library has
I've seen
this.
Dundee has some similar stuff outside, but I don't think it's the
There's a
play on.
sculptural, they're not
Yes.
musical. And also at Veterans Park in Monroe along the river, there are musical instruments there in their playground
Okay.
too. So if you just want to get your hands on a sample of one, those might be two
I was-
places you would consider.
I was gearing more towards when installation
Oh,
would be,
yeah.
but that's good to know.
She wants to play.
See, I want to answer your question accurately and then provide
Thank
additional
you.
information. It's an occupational hazard. I have brought a printout of the resolution, so I know that's on your agenda as well. If it's okay, I'll leave that with your mayor. I have brought, because again, more information the better, I brought a variety of options for signatures. So there's some that are blank, some say mayor and council people, so you can pick and choose
We'll give it to Charlie.
from that, however it suits you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And thank you. Thank you, Barbara, and I should qualify, we meet at different functions, and she always tells me I'm her second favorite mayor, because her mayor is Robert Clark. And I think I'm my second favorite mayor, because Bob Clark is wonderful. I call him my mentor mayor. He does a fantastic job there.
Well, if I lived in the Pier, you'd be my favorite.
Okay.
Or is that enough sunshine for you there, sir?
Yes.
It was cloudy a little bit.
Yeah. I'm blushing. Bobby's staff, we have our,
Okay.
Good evening, council. I love the idea of the library, so that's my 2 cents worth. Last year, I came to you asking for our inaugural turkey trot for Bobby's staff, which is a nonprofit that provides food insecurity for the students in Mason Consolidated Schools. And you approved it, and it started out wonderful. We had a large amount of people registered, and it was an absolutely horrible day. It was so cold, so bitter cold with the wind and whatnot. So we didn't have as many show up that we had signed up, but there's tough. They came out, they were tough. I was in snow pants, they were not. So it worked very well. We had the same procedure this year that we had last year, just crossing our fingers for a little better weather, assuming you'll approve it again. We're gonna do the exact same thing as before. The timing is the same, the location is the same, the routes are the same. We did simplify the fun run for the kids, instead of running around several blocks and possibly not really getting anyone lost, because we have plenty of people to watch them, but just straight down and back. I mean, that's pretty simple, and that worked out really well. They enjoyed that. They were able to say hi to the friends on the way back through. So that was really much the only change that we had from last year. Again, hopefully the weather. I know you have our information that we had proposed, and so if you have any questions.
I say trot away.
Yep. And we can't do nothing about the weather.
We
Right.
can't, we can cross those fingers.
We can
and
try.
just hope.
Yeah. Just forewarn everybody, it's 70 degrees colder in Luna Pier than it is.
Absolutely,
All right.
absolutely. We had a woman that actually was from North Dakota, and she would go out and just walk and run at her normal pace back then. She learned to wear goggles at that time. So she was the smartest one that day. She had goggles, the wind did not bother her. Everybody else running south on Harold was not happy. So we appreciate any approval of this. We definitely, it's a small fundraiser for us. It takes quite a bit of money to run this program, but any little fundraiser that we have and getting the community involved, we love it. And like last year, the kids all ran free. We had about 40 of them signed up, but only about 10 came of the kids. So they were pretty brave. But we do it for them.
Yeah.
We do it for the students.
and your history goes back, because your son ran the,
My son put on the Sparkler 5K back in 2011 through 2020. That last year was, with COVID, was hard to do. So they kind of thought this is our chance to stop. But yeah, he kind of run it, and he is the timer now for us. So that's very appreciated, and he has filled my head with way more information about racing than I ever needed to know. But it's coming full circle. Here it is.
Yes.
Like, guess I needed to know after all.
yes, and he runs a stellar event. He knows.
He does really
He
well,
knows what he's
thank you.
doing. Last time I saw him was at a quarry run. He won the
Oh, you
entire
did that one
thing.
as well?
So I hope to make this one.
No, I hope you do as well.
Any
Okay,
other questions? Well, thank you very much.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to the mayor's report. There was actually, I couldn't even fit everything on there. It was been a busy couple of days. As you may have seen, the repaint of the water tower has begun. They moved equipment in anyway. We didn't learn about that till this week, when the contractor came in and asked if he could park in our gravel parking lot to do the water tower. And I asked about the logo on that water tower. He said, well, we're going to, our orders are just to paint what's up there. So I called Chris Schmidt from South County Water. I said, Chris, had no idea this was coming, but we officially changed our logo. He said, oh, okay, let me show me what you got, and I'll send it to our engineers, and we'll try to work that new logo in instead of the old one. So I submitted the entire sheet with all the guidelines on it, and hopefully we'll get our new logo in there. I don't have confirmation on that, but we're gonna do our best to get the correct logo up there. And they seemed more willing than I expected to work with that and get the new logo on there. Another project moving along is our new NEVI fast charger. That's the National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program. These have been in the works for probably 5 years. It's been frustratingly slow. The program ran into some problems, and it was defunded, then it was funded again. They did all the engineering, and they're finally breaking ground, and they're making very good progress there. This is a good thing for Luna Pier. As an EV driver, I road trip with mine. A location like this is ideal. It's good for the businesses around there. People can stop in. A normal charge will take between 20 and 30 minutes on a fast charger. That gives them time to go in, get one of the best tacos on the planet, and go back to their car. They can run over to Gander's and grab something to eat there. They could run to the beach if they're quick and go there too, but it gives them a chance to support local businesses. This was funded mostly by the program, but some by the gas station themselves. Now they get the money from the charger. Of course, they pay for the electricity and everything else. So they do have skin in the game. So they have an investment that they were willing to make to bring this about. I think it's a good thing for our city. I said before that the gas station on the other side and the gas station on this side, the two service plazas, are going to put Exit 6 on the map. And that is really proving to be true. When there's two stations, people will stop. When there's only one, it's a lot less likely. And I noticed, I drive to Oklahoma City quite frequently, actually, to visit my grandchildren. And I noticed that I don't stop where there's only one gas station, because when I do, they're terrible. When there's two, they're both better. And this is what's happening here. Two draws people in, and they both do better. The BP is really stepping up their game. They've got approvals for their food court in there. Big B Coffee is coming in. A lot of improvements there. So it's really a good thing, and this will add to that. And having the amenities on site 24/7 is a deal. It's one of the reasons that this site was chosen. Plus, we are a big star on the location map for EV chargers. And this goes back to, I think, 2019, where they did a study. If you're going to build a network, where do you put your chargers? A small little red dot was key places. A large red dot meant that it's really important to put it here. Luna Pier was right on that red dot. So we've been working on this. I actually went to the first grant meeting with Consumers Energy and all the players. We had to make sure we had the infrastructure to support it. And the word was that if Luna Pier doesn't want this grant, then everybody else has a chance. So this is really good. Even with that kind of surety, it still took this long. So it's really good to see that coming in. I'm working with the contractors. We are coordinating schedules to put in a timeline for everybody to work together for the upgrades to the lighthouse restrooms. They've agreed that the best way going forward at this point is to close each one. We don't need to close both of them. Keep one open. We will have to supplement with portable restrooms. They have to get their materials ordered in, have them ready at the time, and have their schedules open, because once we move in and pull everything out, what'll happen is they'll do the floors, the walls first, then they'll do the floors, and then the company that does, the contractor that does the dividers will go in and put the dividers in last. So everybody has to be ready. As soon as the one is done, the other one steps in and get it done with the least disruption as possible. So we haven't set a date yet, but everybody's on board to work together. They're checking with their suppliers now and their subcontractors to make sure they can get everything together. And when we say go, then we go through without any delays.
Not to interrupt, but do they have an indication of how long, once they actually do show up and start working, how long approximately it'll take for both bathrooms to be done?
I don't know on the walls and the dividers. The dividers should go fairly quickly once they go in. The walls, they can move right through. I do know the epoxy will take about 4 days.
Okay.
So that's really the longest period that it just, they have to lay it down and we can't do anything.
let it
It has to cure for 4 days. Other than that, they'll agree that we'll set the date, we'll get back when everybody has their things together, we're gonna meet in a Zoom meeting and possibly on site if everybody's available, but it just works better online and we'll coordinate everything.
The funds that council approved, does that include the porta potties? Or
Well,
is that additional
actually,
cost?
that's in the budget already, and since we won't be paying for cleaning, that'll offset that, and we should be okay with our budget.
And we
of-
do
of
have somebody
supplementing.
who's gonna clean daily after this is done, correct?
Yes. Good thing, and
Legit clean.
we are looking for cleaners if somebody
Said legit clean.
wants to apply. It's really tough to get somebody, and our
Yeah.
current cleaner, it's a lot of work, and he would gladly accept help or pass the job off if somebody's interested in doing that. If you know anybody, it's a hard job, and we could use some help there.
Are you talking about the same cleaner that we've had for a while?
Yes, he's voiced it. He's
I thought we were looking for somebody new.
But
well.
we had somebody new that was coming in.
Yeah.
We had somebody new. It didn't work out because they didn't live in Luna Pier. It was a long drive to come in and do a one cleaning, and it just didn't work out as well as we expected.
Maybe we should talk about finding an actual company that has a corporation or an LLC that we can set up a repeat cleaning service with that can actually be accountable if they
Yeah,
don't
we
do their job
actually-
rather than making up an hourly wage for whoever we can get to do it.
We've put out solicited for bids. I think Charlie knows, can fill in where I forgot, but we could not get anybody even bid.
Because I see cleaning people advertising on Facebook all the time looking for jobs. I know we
I
can.
reached out to some of
Even on
them,
our page.
and they're way out of our budget. Well over $100 a day for a daily cleaning.
But
Um,
but doesn't that fall into the lines as you kind of get what you pay for? I mean,
Yeah.
if we're only paying somebody $20, we're gonna get $20 worth of cleaning.
'Cause, I mean,
well-
we were paying somebody $20 an hour, and I don't know how many hours it took them to clean that bathroom, but this bathroom is not a new problem.
Yeah, we can look at bids. We only got the one, and it was, I'll have to look, I'm going by memory here, but it was way beyond what we expected.
I can assist with trying to push on social media and find companies, because I know we have residents in town who
Yeah.
have family members that own cleaning companies too.
Right, and for them to come in from out of town every day and clean, I think it was, you remember how much it was? It was, I think, over $200.
It was very expensive, but it was only one company we spoke to that does this
Okay.
work.
Yeah.
So,
And the mayor appreciates you stepping up.
No,
It was that much money for like every
You're
3
on
days.
it.
I'm not scrubbing toilets, but I'll help
Yeah.
find someone to do it.
It's a hard job. We used to have somebody that did a great job. It didn't get anywhere near the traffic at that time that we get now. So it just, the demands of the job grew. And,
Well, like was said, you get what you pay for, so it
Right.
might be time, once it's all nice and new, we wanna keep it looking nice
Yes.
and new.
And we could probably raise the parking then, I mean, to offset the
We can-
payment for the
yep.
bathrooms.
agreed.
we can plan on that. I mean, because we want it to look nice. That's a reflection of our whole city there.
Can we discuss this more in the future then?
Yep, absolutely.
Charlie, can you
Oh,
put
yeah.
it back on old business, please?
Mayor, who's gonna handle the demo and then the plumbing and electrical and
We-
everything?
We're working that out now. Originally, we're gonna have the DPW do it. We might, they're backed up, obviously. They're really busy right now. It depends on the timing. We will work something out there. It's not a huge job, but it's something that needs to be done. I've been fielding many questions about the boat ramp and the docks and the water level, when we're gonna get the docks in. It's been very, very difficult to actually do the repairs on the docks, and that part's done. Then try to get them in place and try to get them anchored with this low water. It's really tough. And some of the times when the water was up high enough, we didn't have the people. Plus, it was nasty out there, and we're trying to get the roads fixed, and we only get very tight windows for that to get the roads fixed because it has to be dry. They've gotten that part done, but they're scrambling to get all of the winter maintenance done. It's been a hard winter. Their workload is immense, but they are working on getting those boat docks every day. So we expect to get them in soon. I know they're working on them today. I didn't follow up to see if they actually finished and got them in, but we are working on that. The other problem is the mouth of the LaPointe drain is shallow, and there's not much we can do about that. The water level right now, actually for March, was 2 inches below the long-term average. To put it in perspective, it was about 32 inches above the long-term average in 2020. It has dropped that much to 2 inches below the long-term average. So we are battling that. It's complicated down there because dredging into open water like that, it will silt in a matter of days. So it needs, ideally, a channel that goes out a ways. It's well beyond our means to do that. We're hoping to partner with the future owners of the marina to work with that, because we may qualify for public or access to recreation grants that a private entity would not, and maybe we can work out something to work together to get that done. But right now, the prospective sale is not going well. They're still negotiating there. I don't see anything happening this year. So we're kind of stuck with what we have, but it's part of living when the Great Lakes, the water levels go up, they go down daily, and long-term average is low. So we'll work through that. A couple of things I didn't have, ran out of space here. Gagne Road, they're doing some sound bore core samples. They're meeting tomorrow morning. We're gonna get some kind of timeline on how things are gonna progress there with the Spicer group. And I'll know more on that tomorrow morning. I think that's all I have. Any questions?
Oh, was Spicer looking into Evans Drive as well, or no?
Oh, that's, no, but I also have a meeting tomorrow with 2 of the businesses there who are interested in helping us with funding for that. And they do have engineering services that they prefer, so I'm looking forward to that meeting. If 9 o'clock tomorrow, if you're available and want to sit in, it's an online meeting, but I'll let you know.
I'll try.
We're putting it together
Okay.
as we go here. Good question. Anything else? If not, it's a long report, lots going on. I think that's a good thing in Luna Pier. Moving on to the police report. We don't have one for this month, but and we're off on the fire department report. It's an off meeting for that. Building report for March. Any questions there? Committee reports, DDA, lots going on there. Anything you want to expound on, Dewey?
Yeah, just a couple of items there in the downtown space. We were talking about some of the updates that we were doing in the space. The Adirondack chair still does need to be moved over. We talked about what that would look like, bolting it down. The swing set needs to be something that's addressed. I know that that is a tired swing set in that area. We did have some discussions with the Parks and Rec group about moving that swing set. We also discussed the addition of 3 street lights to the street lighting plan, and Connie Cole is currently seeking out what that revised quote would look like. But I believe the delta was about 3 lamps.
Good, and I do have a little bit, an update on the chair just from today. Dave is working with them to figure out a plan how to put it in place. I did talk with our insurance agent. He said, yep, those things are fine. It's best if you put something on the arms to tell people don't sit up here. You won't be able to see it unless you're up on the chair. So we'll follow that advice from our insurance agent, but they are working at really the logistics of getting it in place and bolting it down.
I think it still needs painting.
I was gonna say, are they?
It does, and we're working on, we have a plan
Painting
for
and the
that.
logo.
Yeah, put a Luna Pier logo on it.
Is that treated lumber that it's made of?
I believe so,
So you
yeah.
have to
It is.
wait a while on that usually.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That's flood. I know we had to do some maintenance on pumps. This week, actually, the Memorial Pump Station had a fault that required some control, a new controller. It was about $2,000. The pumps would only work manually, so we had to have that part. It's coming out of the flood and erosion budget, so we do budget for maintenance on the pumps, and got everything back working again.
Thank you, Joy, for alerting the troops.
You're like,
Yeah.
hey, what's that red light? I've never seen it all my life in Luna Pier, that red light on.
Yeah.
I was like going, what's going on?
Red lights
Yep,
are
and
usually not good.
Dan saw it too and was down there when called Dave in, and then they did some troubleshooting. They had to call in Kennedy because it was a repair that they had to do. But everything's working up to snuff. Dave was able to actually fix the other one down at Forrester that was showing a fault, and we're good to go. Thanks, Dave, for all he does on that. It was nowhere near the cost of what the other one was. Parks and Rec, anything to add to that, Diana?
Earth Day, Saturday, April 25th from 12 to 2 in First Street Park, and then Cleanup Day here at Water Tower, May 16th, 9 to 1, and I believe we're getting 3 dumpsters this year, so that should help.
Yep.
We did discuss the swing set, and from what I understand, it's in pretty bad state of repair.
It's in very bad state.
Yes.
So we're planning to meet with DDA and collaborate to maybe get a new swing set for First Street.
Yeah.
So in addition to its bad state, it's actually very difficult to swing because the dirt is built up.
Right, I heard it.
Yeah.
You
needs
really
some-
raise your knees to
Yes,
swing.
and
Are you swinging, Dewey?
to elaborate, that
Had to
is
try it out.
I want to, but
every other piece that was made, that we bought together with that, and the
It's
wood
gone.
completely rotted out to where
Yeah.
the things were unsafe and had to be removed. And most of them, all they did was pick them up, and they weren't even attached to the ground anymore. They rotted off at the ground level. And these, we've known they pretty much outlived their useful life. So Dave is gonna pull it out of there, and then we'll have to look for some way, something to replace it with. And
Right, like I
Chris-
said, we're hoping to work with DDA again, another collaboration, and get the
Yep.
best thing for the community.
we have-
Backfilling as well.
backfilling as well, and
Oh, yeah.
the squeaky metal spinning thing next to
Yes.
The weird gate that's not a gate.
The weird
Yeah.
gate, the kids still
I don't know
love.
what that's called, but
It's the oddest thing. I don't think I've ever seen one in another park, but
turnstile.
use it as attested by the people who live along there and have to listen to the squeaks all day. planning, we have the minutes here. Any, Johnny?
Just want to retouch on, have we, because you go to every meeting, so, and you had also voiced that you would help out. We need to set up a workshop. We need to
Yes.
get this done. We're getting further and further into our year and nothing's getting done.
Yep, that's on my list, and I may turn that over to Charlie to schedule it, because I'm having a hard time
Fair enough.
putting all
Okay,
that
Charlie, I'm
together.
gonna start bugging you now.
I appreciate that. There was one other thing I was gonna cover in the mayor's report, and it involved the ARPA reporting. We got that done, and thank you, Charlie. I had one number off in there, and I could not make that budget line go to where it should be. But we expended all of our obligated funds right down to the penny of what we're awarded. That took a little bit of shifting. One project was a little bit below budget, and one was just a little bit higher, so I was able to adjust those down, and I checked before I did it that that's perfectly acceptable. The funds were obligated, and before you finalize a report, you make everything match, and we're good to go. It's the same category of spending, so that we should be good with that. I put in that we're ready for closeout, and I'm waiting to hear from them. It's
That's
a
the
lot-
ARPA funding, yeah?
ARPA funding.
Thank you.
And only there's a window once a year in April to do the reporting. So it's a mad dash. I'm really pleased to be done with that. I lost a lot of sleep over that one. Just trying, it's a lot of money. It's $167,000. But it looks like everything balances and we should be ready for closeout. With that, anything else on planning? Okay. I'll move past the Blight Committee Chair unless somebody wants to step up to that position. And the administrator, our team is still working.
Working and we're paused
Okay,
on purpose.
I have the hold up on that.
yeah.
No, you're
No,
not.
no, actually, there's
No, you're
one.
not.
But we're holding our own, I'll say that. Yeah. We still need an administrator, but we're planning it very carefully.
Yep.
New business, letter of support for the library grant. We covered that. The second annual turkey trot, a great presentation there. Now, resolution 981 authorizing sale of city real estate. This property, just to make everybody familiar with, this is across from the city hall. It's a lot that used to be attached to the city hall property. We separated it because it's really not part of city hall, it's across the street. I don't know how it got combined into one lot because with the street, with the public road between it, it shouldn't have been done that way, ever. I have a picture of it here if you want to see. It's the grassy area behind.
The post office in the blue building.
Yeah, it actually doesn't even include the post office part of it. It's next to the post office, so it's, I think, about 80 feet wide is a parcel. The Joe Bazinski, who owns the former Andrews Place there, that building has been vacant for over 20 years probably. And he owns half of that, or part of that,
A third.
maybe a third of that he already owns. And there's that one lot in the center there that,
Technically 2 lots, according to,
well, that's calling to the plat map, but those are tiny little slivers that they put together, and there's not,
That's the old reference. They should have been just
Yeah.
using the parcel number.
yes, and that really gets us into the weeds, but it's the way the law says you have to do it. My house is built on 5 lots, and if you look, my house isn't nowhere near big enough. My yard's not big enough to be 5 lots, but that's just the way they put.
Charlie's is on 3.
Yes, that's the way they divided them up. So it's all one single property, one single property there. Joe Bazinski did a presentation before the planning commission There are some that's what he submitted over there if you want to look at it. I sent photos of just, I don't have anywhere to copy something that big, but what he submitted is there if you want to look it over. And that would give him the parking he needs to make that a viable business there. It's vital to economic development in our downtown area, I believe, because he will pay for the parking and everything. He'll improve the property. Turn it into a taxable parcel that is paved. He signed a contract with the post office to pave that part too, and he's paying for their sewage line and their water line and sewer line to make sure it's all brand new, so we don't have to tear it back up if there's a break. So he's investing a significant amount of money to make this happen. If our lot there that we don't use is holding up the progress. We tried, it's probably actually costing us money because people park there to avoid paying for beach parking after hours and things like that. If you look at the plan there, I really like the idea of doing something with that parcel that's been there vacant for 20 years. It's more about the Luna Pier Road side than behind. Our charter, I have a copy of it here, the section that's makes it very cumbersome to sell property. I pulled up an old resolution and copied off that one. I sent it to Phil. We put in the numbers and everything, and then sent it to Phil. He looked it over. He looked at the charter. He said, "This is how it needs to be worded." He put that in here. We copied what he said. Charlie typed it, added all the things that he added to make sure we meet the terms of this, which includes putting up the resolution for the offer to sale for 20 days before we can pass the resolution. It's really odd. It's the only thing I've ever run across where a resolution has to be passed that way, but it's in our charter. So that's how we have to do it. So any action tonight would be to post this notice as required by our charter to have it reviewed and then bring it back and pass it at a meeting after the 20-day inspection period. So that's why it's worded the way it is. I heard some feedback from Councilor Wakeman, which I agree with it. It references Exhibit A, correct? And which would be the second page of the actual notice. And I believe that's what Exhibit A is this second piece here. So if we can label that Example A, it would be more clear that way. Yep. Do you want to cover any of the other?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I do.
Go ahead.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
When we were looking into the possibility of making that paid parking for the city to get revenue in perpetuity, we had to come up with a plan for Mike Dembski to review, and he came back with quite a few revisions that had curb, gutter, asphalt, storm drainage. There was quite a bit of qualifying things that made it not economically feasible for the city to develop that. I just want to make sure, or I want to understand whether that anyone else purchasing that is going to be held to the same standard.
They will, and it's in the preliminary site plan.
It's not.
Well, this preliminary plan.
I understand it doesn't have to be in the preliminary plan, but I just want to.
Yeah. Well, it will have to be,
They should be held to the same
oh
standard.
yeah, and it will be, because the entire plan has to be signed off by, the drain commission, everything else, before the site plan can actually be approved.
Sure.
Other than that, it's pretty much a shovel-ready with the design and even some of the layout on the inside and everything. But the preliminary plan isn't the final plan. All of that stuff has to be
Understood.
addressed. Yep.
How
And
is-
that would be on the new owner too.
How's the minimum bid?
Right now, the minimum bid was.
No, how was it determined?
It was really kind of an offer for our, from the person who owns that and said $10,000. Trying to get a bid, it was, our assessor's estimate for that parking lot
There you go.
There you go.
was much less than that. The value was much less than that. 10,000 is more than double, well, about double what the assessor said it's probably worth. It's a really hard one to pinpoint. But the last time it was around $5,000 was the value. We have an offer for 10,000, so the starting bid would be 10,000.
And
Min-
anybody
minimum
could
bid,
bid on it
minimum
and
bid.
outbid him.
Any, yes, they could.
Okay.
Now, the city
There would be
does
due
have.
diligence as well.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the city does have the right to reject any and all bids. There are some factors there that we'll have to consider. It abuts the one owner's property on two sides. And so, we can look at all of the factors that play into this as property values that will increase and the gain the city's gonna get. It doesn't necessarily have to be the highest bid. It can be, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. We can do what's best for the city per the plans that are in front of us.
And that is in the TIF district. Yeah,
It is in the TIF district.
good.
I have a question.
Yes,
You said that, this lot is technically, costing us money. We can't use it for paid parking. It's,
Yeah.
if they pave all this and turn this into a private parking lot, aren't people going to just park there instead of paying for city parking as well? Is that gonna be enforced, like patron-only parking, or is that gonna take away from city parking?
it will be probably patron-only parking, and they will enforce it, not city.
Okay.
Just like Chateau or anybody there,
Yeah.
it's their
So
responsibility.
if they don't, then we have a lot of people that will no longer be paying for parking.
There can't be more
They-
than 20 spots there, though.
They won't be paying for parking there anyway.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, if they don't enforce it during non-business hours,
Oh,
that
yeah,
means
yeah.
beachgoers
Yeah,
can park
absolutely.
there for free.
You bet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They could,
But they're gonna want that,
they're gonna want their space.
they're gonna want the space, because they're
For
gonna be
their own
open on the
customers.
weekends that
okay.
those people are
Right,
there,
I know
right?
it's
Yeah.
planning for coming in there, so.
Yeah, and it was voiced several times over, even at our pre-planning meeting that we had before, that you need that the customers need that space.
Right, no, I'm
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yep, and it'll be their responsibility to enforce that.
Wasn't he talking about partnering up with the cafe to get
That
cafe to
offers-
pave that too?
Yeah, that offer's out there.
That would be nice.
Whether the beach cafe takes up, it's up to them. But he did offer that to make it all one lot and bring it all up to compliance and bring it up to code. And if you look at it, if you divide it up, the space behind the beach cafe is roughly half of that block, and this would be the other half. So this would get half of that paved. And then each business has an equal space to develop parking.
So would we, just a question here, so
Yeah.
for the employees that are working there, because obviously they're gonna be out of towners, would they get one of the Luna Pier stickers, or would they have their own type of thing to put in their window so we know the difference between them and beachgoers?
Why would that matter?
it wouldn't
It's
matter.
Private parking.
Yeah.
Because
He-
people are people.
And if somebody
Well-
from the beach comes in and just.
No,
parks
actually,
there.
we don't even have the authority to that, for that, but they will strictly enforce it. They
Okay.
are committed to that. That was
It's
very,
still up
very
to the
clear.
owner.
Still.
That was very clear in the pre-planning meeting that they will enforce it because they have to. They need the spaces.
Yeah.
They wanna, they have plans to occupy that
Yeah.
and put different things in there year-round. Any other questions, or? I know that one's a long one and it's complicated, and our charter pretty much makes it complicated, but our lawyer went through and really helped us out on that one.
When was the proposal done for the amount of the property, of how much? Was that the one from 2 years ago, or is this a new one for the
This-
10,000?
The 10,000 is fairly new.
Fairly new?
Yeah, I mean, within, when
very
this is
new.
all, as this is all solidifying.
Yeah.
Okay,
And doing the math of what.
because I thought a couple years ago, the offer was 10,000.
2,500.
Okay,
Yeah, it was,
Thank you.
yeah, it was less. This is a much better offer. Any other questions?
nope.
If not, we'll open the floor to public comment. It's your time to tell us what you think. State your name and
Jesse Griffin, 10721 Ellen Street. I posted 2 pictures online today, or a few pictures actually. One was of our bathrooms. I would encourage that maybe we get the porta-johns a little sooner than we planned. Those bathrooms are horrible. If somebody sees those bathrooms and wants to call somebody, we're gonna get written up or something. It's disgusting. My second gripe is today I know Dave's really busy. We all understand that, putting stuff in. Today I watched Dave cut the marsh next to the pier. There was so much trash in that marsh that when he went through and cut that down, it shot microplastics everywhere. I spent probably about 45 minutes today picking up that part of the beach. I got 2 trash bags full of trash, and there's still tons down there. I encourage you to go look at it. But we gotta use common sense a little bit. When we go to pick up our yards or cut our grass at home, we pick up our yards. We don't just run shit over. Sorry. But other than that, that's all I have.
Thanks.
thank you.
Good advice.
Anybody else? The floor is open. Is your chance to speak? And we also encourage, if you don't want to get up and talk on a microphone, approach us anytime. We can't fix things that we don't know about, so feel free to tell us. With that, I'll close the community input section and move on to council action. Letter of support for the library grant. Do I have a motion?
I
ma-
propose a motion to approve the mayor providing a letter of support for the library grant as presented, waiving the reading. Sorry,
Support.
Neil.
Support. Yeah, I lost on that one too.
We have a motion, we have support.
Wow.
You better be quick on that.
Exciting.
I know.
Any discussion or questions?
You want to play?
I do, I want to bang on the drums.
We'll do a roll call vote on that.
Skatulski,
Yes.
Osluper.
Yes.
Huang.
Yes.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Keating,
Yes.
Perry,
Yes.
Mayor Gardner.
Yes. Thank you very much. Motion carried. Second annual Turkey Trot 5K.
I propose a motion to approve Bobby Staff holding the second annual Turkey Trot 5K in Luna Pier on November 29th, 2026 as presented, waiving the reading.
Support.
We have a motion, we have support. Any discussion? We'll do a roll call vote.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Osluper.
Yes.
Skatulski,
Yes.
Keating,
Yes.
Perry,
Yes.
Huang,
Yes.
Mayor Gardner.
Yes. Motion carried.
Okay.
Moving on to resolution number 981.
I'd like to make a motion. I would like a clarification first. Are there any clarifications that still need to be made on it or not?
I would support adding the parcel number on the resolution
Right.
itself. It is
And the
on the
Exhibit A.
posting. Yeah, it is on Exhibit A.
I'm
Lot,
sorry, the parcel number's on Exhibit A?
yes, right down Felton
Okay.
Street, lot 58, 51-060-0810.
Okay,
So that's actually the parcel number. But the parcel number says that this is what we're gonna post, but it's not actually on the resolution. We could add that to the first be it resolved, because it gives a property description, we could add the parcel number in there. It would-
I'll
it would
just
help.
reference the resolution, and you'll know where to put it. I don't think I have
Okay.
to specify where it goes.
Exactly. You got that, Charlie?
Yep.
We'll put that in there, and that's important, it's really important because we cannot change this
Correct.
once we put it after the 20 days, and then we come back to vote on it. It has to be exactly what we put on display.
Right,
And I think that's all we had, unless you,
yep.
all
Saw
right.
the other.
So are you ready to,
Yep, I'll make a motion to approve sending resolution number 981, authorizing the sale of city real estate back to the city clerk for a publication and public inspection for a period of 20 days prior to adoption, along with the addition of the actual parcel number to the resolution page, as well as the wording Exhibit A to the Exhibit A. As presented and waive the reading.
Support.
okay, do you have that, Charlie? Okay, we have a motion, we have support. We will do a roll call vote.
Perry,
Yes.
Skatulski,
Yes.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Osluper,
Yes.
Eating,
Yes.
Wong,
Yes.
Mayor Gardner.
Yes. Thank you very much. Motion carried. I think that's really an important one for moving forward. It'll be great to see something.
Who'd you get the support on that one, Charlie? I think there were 3.
I chose Wong.
Yep. We-
You know who's dear to your heart?
I
Yeah,
heard him over here, there was someone
Oh,
over here.
that's it, then Gary.
yeah, video replay for tiebreakers. Council input and information. I'll start on this end. Council meeting.
I think, did you find out anything more about the crosswalk? The little plastic people to put in the middle of the road?
Dave is working on it. I did not get an update this week about it, but he is shopping to
Okay.
get what's gonna work and what's gonna work best with putting them in and removing them for snow, or get something that can actually be plowed. So
Okay.
he is working on it.
I also wanted to add thank you for uploading the planning commission meeting. It was very useful for
Yes.
us, those of us who have to work or whatnot, and can't be there, to be able to watch that and see exactly what was said. And is that something that we can continue doing?
We can. I might give lessons on how to set everything up, because it's a huge burden
Right.
to get it all set up.
I mean, you're gonna be there anyways. You don't do anything. You just sit
Yeah.
there in the audience, so.
And the reason is, what's really important, more than the video, is the sound. And what we do is we take the sound, it's crude but very, very effective, put a microphone directly in front of the speaker to the cell phone. I'm giving away all our recording secrets, but that's how we do it.
No, it
And
was just, it was appreciated for it to be
Okay.
out there and to be able to
Appreciate
access that, so I would like to see that be able to continue if we can.
All right, yep, we can do it when it's, as much as we can. A lot of good things happening in the city, and people need to know about it. And our planning commission works very hard.
Maybe
Counselor-
face it back too so we can see
I'm
Rick.
sorry,
Councilor Wakeman?
what's the 9 o'clock meeting again for tomorrow, excuse me?
Let me look at the time on that.
Evans
One-
Drive.
Yeah.
One of
Oh,
them's-
Evans Drive, that's what I want to know.
Evans Drive, and there's also a Gagne Road meeting too. I forget which one's first. I think the Gagne Road meeting is at 9, and the other one's 10. I have to look at my calendar. It's up there on the pole.
Are they half hour or hour?
I'm guessing a half an hour.
All right,
I've been a long time since I attended one about roads.
I might be able to make it.
Okay, I'll at least, I'll send you the information and,
Thank you. Oh, and the logo for the water tower, if you could try to remember to have some form of, not necessarily approval, but eyes on it, what they intend, if they
Okay.
are able to honor it.
Yep,
So
and I'll
what
forward
that's
that to
gonna
you.
look like, all right.
I sent the whole sheet that you drew up for the recommendations.
Yeah, yeah.
and-
It's good.
And, yeah, I'll definitely leave you in the loop for that. Is that it?
Yeah.
Should say, is that everything? Counselor Perry,
I do not have anything right now.
Counselor Slooper,
No.
Counselor Skatulski,
I don't have anything.
and Counselor Huang.
All set, thanks.
Thank you very much. General information, candidate packets are available at City Hall. They're due in by April 21st, 2026. We have 3 council seats up for reelection and the mayoral term up for election, which comes every 2 years. Special election, Tuesday, May 5th, 2026, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Fire Hall. It's the Merle County Intermediate School District Regional Enhancement Millage Renewal Proposal. Good to know that. That one could sneak up us on it, May 5th, 2026. Dumpster Day, as announced. We will be checking IDs to make sure only residents use it. This is a lot of work. It falls on our Parks and Rec. We really appreciate the hard work they do because we have to monitor what goes in. We can be held liable if things like tires or liquids or electronics, things that aren't supposed to go to a landfill, it's actually illegal to take them to a landfill. So they work really hard to monitor that. And we appreciate that. It really helps beautify our community. And along with the scrap metal drive. Future meetings, flood and erosion, Tuesday, April 21st, 7 p.m. here at Water Tower Park. City Council, Thursday, April 23rd, 2026, 7 p.m. at Water Tower Park. Planning, Tuesday, April 28th, 6 p.m. at Water Tower Park. DDA, Tuesday, April 28th, 7 p.m. at the Luna Pier Lighthouse. Parks and Rec, Tuesday, May 12th, 7 p.m. at the Luna Pier Library. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
We have a motion, we have support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much, everyone.